disconnect.
Hello, and welcome back. I chose the wrong time to apply my chapstick, so please, hold on. Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm actually gonna take this off, because now I can't hear myself.
It was fun while it lasted. Okay, so today I'm going to be working on probably not finalizing, but working toward finishing the music for an upcoming Dark Viper remix. If you're here from Reddit, welcome. If you're here from Twitch, welcome. If you're watching from the future, then enjoy the glimpse into the past. So right now, it's the main, kind of the shell of the song is done. These are all the vocal tracks, which took the most time. As you can see, there's lots of edits, and it took me quite a while to do. And then I have a vague outline of what I want to do musically. So that's this stuff down here, and I'm just going to be going through and fixing the little details that need fixing, and adding the little details, and then expanding on the actual backing track as a whole. So I'm just going to be bouncing around, doing different things as I think of it. So the first thing I want to do is add I have a little intro here where they say each other's names. And what I want to do is add some kind of effects to that to kind of make it drown more, and just kind of make it a little more. Not really sure. It's already slowed down a lot.
Dark Viper.
Okay.
Dark Viper.
Yeah, so I want that to stand out a little bit more, so I'm just going to add some delay, which is going to give it an echo.
Dark Viper.
I think what I'm going to do is give it its own effects track, actually. I'll call this intro effects. And we'll put that behind here. And I'm going to try to keep everything as color-coded as possible, just for the sake of my sanity.
Dark Viper. Dark Viper.
I like that. But I wish it could. I'm going to try to make it a little wider, so it kind of stands out a little more. I can't think of where I'm going. Mixing.
Dark Viper. Dark Viper. Dark Viper.
I'm going to experiment with rearranging the order of the effects. So it's going to give me a little bit of a different sound.
Dark Viper.
Yeah, I like that a little better.
Dark Viper. Dark Viper. Dark Viper. Dark Viper.
original content creators.
I want this intro melody. That right there. I want that to start fading out when these guitars start coming in. So what I'm going to do is going to create a filter, and I'm going to automate it to drag backwards down the frequency spectrum, and that's gonna fade it out more than just lowering the volume. So here's what it's gonna sound like when so I'm automating it to pull down by itself. And you can hear the difference right now. A little too strong now. I'm gonna start it sooner and make it go a little bit. Okay, that doesn't really work too well, because as you can see, there's not a lot of high end in this piece to begin with. So what I'm actually going to do is do it backwards. And I'm going to switch the filter to cut out the low end first. Okay, that's a much more pronounced effect. And then also what I'm going to do is set up my bypass so that when the effect isn't on and isn't actually modifying the audio, the effect itself is going to be off and take a little bit less processing power from the PC. Hello and goodbye. And I'm going to do the same thing with a reverb module. This is something I used to do a lot before, that as a piece was fading out, I would fade in a large reverb, and what was left after it faded out would just kind of drone on and on. We'll test this out. Okay, that was nice, but I want it to be a little bit more pronounced. So I'm gonna up the mix, which is gonna bring more reverb into the sound sooner. And then I'm also gonna up the length of the reverb a little bit, which is gonna extend how long it drones on for. It's a lot more pronounced. And I also want to do something with these guitars as well. I'm going to fade these in a little bit. I'm not going to do it together though, because they're both coming in at different times. And then we get to the main rhythm, I guess. Where on the right side, if you're listening and not using headphones, then some of what I'm talking about may not be so pronounced. And it might not make sense if I'm saying something and you're not hearing it the way I'm describing it. So if you listen with headphones, you'll be able to get the spatial left and right. On the right here, we have kind of like, I don't know what you would call this, like a Bruno Mars kind of. I'm not really sure what. And on the left, you have like a kind of like a more gritty, chunky, kind of like a bass rhythm almost. And then I just try to break this up a little bit through the intro and then through the verse. I want the verse to be a little bit different than the intro. You can hear a little bit of that kick. You hear a little synth bass in there as well, in the drums. And then into the hook. I want a little bit more echo on that. Oh, maybe not that much. Let's try that again. Yeah, I don't want to put it there. Yeah, I guess that's fair. And whoops. Usually what I do here is I just kind of listen to whatever's going on and probably hear something in my head that I want to add. I'm actually kind of hearing a piano. It's kind of what I'm hearing. Something like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm kind of hearing it octaved, though. So let's copy and paste that. Copy and paste. And drag this up to the next C sharp. But I feel like I'm not hearing that second octave. That's a little better. Thank you. Okay, so the next thing I want to remember to do is, where's my, oh, here it is. I'm gonna rename this Pano. I always slip my fingers and call it Pano. And I'm gonna color it purple to match what I'm designating as kind of like the synths or pads or pianos or stuff like that. And then I'm gonna put it onto the reverb channel. Why do I feel like the reverb is not set correctly? No, it is. That's weird. I'm also going to turn off the delay in the piano because I don't want the delay. I just want the droning of the reverb. You know, I'm actually going to crank up the reverb a little bit. Can I? Is there a mix? Mix. Where's my... Oh. Okay. Let's see how that sounds.
Voice Chronicle is made of a small.
I don't want to include the vocals just yet because I want to concentrate on just the music. So I'm just going to mute these. We'll bring those back in later. Yeah, I actually like that. Excuse me. It's a little bit more reverb than what I intended to add, but it kind of sounds like it's kind of stuck in the background, which I kind of like. I like that a lot, actually. So I want to add a second section to that piano, but I don't want to just repeat the same one. Maybe I'll just do something like that. I already forgot what I wanted. Those are wrong notes. That's okay. I like that. And then I'm just going to copy and octave this. It's kind of a weird, I'm hearing kind of a weird, duality between the piano and the guitar. It sounds like one of them's in a major key and one of them's in a minor key. Right here with the guitar. That's definitely a, I'm pretty sure that's like a minor seventh. And then here, we have a major, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's undefined, but it's coming across as major. I can't tell if it works or not. I think it does. It doesn't sound discordant. It doesn't sound like it's clashing. If anything, it sounds like it starts major and then moves into minor seventh, which is kind of funky. In a good way. And then it kind of fades out here to move into the end of the verse. What's going to be the hook or the chorus. Oh, that's so much louder now. I don't want that. Okay. Hello? I hope y'all can hear me. Okay. First off, I'm assuming, Bye Bobby was a bot because, Stream Elements deleted that message almost immediately. So, if you're not a bot and Stream Elements is just being its usual overreactive self, then I apologize. But if you are a bot, then you can't hear me anyway, and my words are useless. So I was trying to add a reverb to this little sound here. The little wow. Wow. And it didn't like that, so. Oh, you know what? Actually, what I could do too. Let's try it again. Let's just push our luck a little more. Yeah, I like that. The sample's so quiet though. So, I feel like the verse doesn't really need a whole lot of work, because there's so much going on already. I mean, I don't want to overdo it because it is only the first verse, and I want the listener to kind of focus a little more on the vocals than on the music. So what I might do is to try to create a contrast and make the verse sound like it's well, that sounds really sharp actually all of a sudden. Hello, test. Okay. To create a contrast and make the verse sound like it's dialed back, I'm gonna add a little more to the intro and try to build the intro up a little bit more, maybe with this piano that I have or with other things. And then when the intro dies down and the verse is left with just the two guitars and the piano, it'll sound, the contrast will create separation in the song and make the song sound more dynamic and like it's moving through different sections. So I don't really know what I want to do here though. What I should do is, well, what I could do is build up the hook, the chorus, the part that's going to repeat, and then use those pieces in the intro. And then it'll kind of be like, lots going on in the intro, a little bit going on in the verse, a lot going on in the chorus. But I think what I'll do is just add a little bit. So it's going to be like a middle ground between the hook and the verse. I don't know what that little bit's going to be though. Maybe a rousing guitar solo. Might not be a bad idea. We can give it a shot. Add a solo track in there. 70s cop chase. Yes, that's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like. I think you mean B boo boo bop boo boo bop. Let me grab an axe. I should be fairly in tune, but it's good to check just to make sure. Okay. I'm gonna have to take the noise suppression off the mic for a minute, so don't mind the white noise in the background. Unless I can, that still works pretty well. Just gotta bring it closer. Hello? Can you hear me? I'm gonna try this plugin here. See how well it works. It's a little too sharp and gritty for my taste. I'm gonna try to swim through these. You can still hear the buzzing is from the lights. The lights behind me, the twinkling lights. And you can hear it. You can hear the pattern and the static change as the lights change their twinkling pattern. I don't want to unplug them, but I'm gonna have to for a second while I record this. Still getting a lot of noise. Okay, I don't really know what direction I want to take this, but I think actually what I'll do is dial down the gain a little bit. Maybe the mid. Tried to orient that so you could see a little bit easier, but what I should have done is set up the second camera, but I didn't expect to be recording guitar. Alright, so actually what I also want to do is put this on guitars, bus, and pop the delay on it as well. Not that much. Alright, so I'm just gonna see what happens, I guess. kind of messy. I don't know why I'm getting so much crackle. Usually happens when I'm using a lot of CPU, which I don't feel like, oh, it's at 100. Why? This is system interrupts. Getting me again. It's actually still pretty crackly. Okay, so what I'm actually gonna do is, yeah, I have a lot of junk on here. Oh, wait a minute, where's... Oh, there's amplitude. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save these as presets, just in case. So what I'm gonna do is, I have a lot of plugins on these guitar tracks. And it's taking a lot of CPU usage, which is why you're hearing crackling. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do what's called a bounce, and basically that's exporting just one track and putting it right back in the song. But that's gonna allow me to, because it's gonna export it with all the effects on it. So it's gonna be one flat piece of audio with all the effects on it, just flat. And that's gonna allow me to take a lot of these extra plugins out. But I'll save them just in case. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's call this deval. I called this funky sharp. And then I'm gonna note that it's negative 14.2 decibels. And L65. That's a lot of work, but for something I'm probably never gonna use again. That's okay. Deval. Noisy chugs. I called it funky sharp. Oh, maybe you heard funky shark. Negative 13.1. That's L6. It just makes me feel better because I'm so unorganized. I feel so unorganized, and I will organize to the point of like making myself crazy. Noisy chugs. And this was like 70s cop. I'm stealing that. And then I do the same thing here. Okay, so now if I go into my effects chains, I have these 4 effects chains. You what? And if I recall them, then I will get all of these effects as they are right now. But otherwise, I'm going to bounce. Okay, so now those are bounced. So what I can do is erase these other tracks. Goodbye, original audio. And then all of my edits. One thing I forgot to do was look at how the reverb and stuff was set up. Don't freeze on me. So I can just copy and paste this over. And then delete them one by one. That should be okay. It doesn't sound, I feel like it sounds a little bit different, like not as mixed in. Could be wrong though. But as you can see, I have no effects now, as opposed to, if I wanted to, I could just call them back in and have them all right back. But it takes up less CPU the less I have, so. Oh, that's right, they're not moved over. That's why it sounds different. That kick definitely needs more punch. I gotta do something about that. So what I'm doing now is just looking for, I was looking at the kick drum and seeing where the frequencies were that it was hitting, because I need to take those frequencies out of other tracks, like the guitar tracks, so that the kick drum can actually get through. Sounds a little bit better. Still not, that's gonna come later though. Those are all the little mixing details that are gonna come after all the tracks are actually written. So let's try that solo again. Well, a little bit more reverb on that though. Sounds pretty cool. I like this tone a lot, actually. I'm gonna save this as 8-string solo. Solo slash. Perfect. Alright, just gonna wing it. I don't even know what key I'm in. Oops. Okay, so I want to start with something like a... I don't even know. Something like that, something weird. Oh, thank you. Actually, something like that would be pretty cool. Like, Something like that. Something like that would be pretty cool, and then a solo out on top of that. I'm gonna give it a shot without having practiced it very much. Something like that. That was close, but I kind of slipped. Oh man, my right hand hit the string and muted the note. That sounded really good otherwise though. I mean, maybe that could work. If I have another solo on top of it, I'm not sure I really want that note to hold on for too long anyway, so that might actually work after all. So what I'm going to do is make a second track, then I'm going to make a different solo over the top of. That first one I just recorded will kind of be like the solo intro. Excuse me. I don't really know what I want to do though. I don't know if I want it to be crazy or more melodic. Crazy melodic. Just gonna wing it. Well, let's not start out by doing the Guitar Hero missed notes sound. That actually sounded kind of cool. I think I could make a harmony out of that. Might have to experiment with it a little bit though. That was pretty cool actually. I'm gonna refine that a little bit and use that. Come and stay just for this. I appreciate it. This is what I wanted to do from the beginning of Twitch. Just come on and make music and have fun and interact with people, and ultimately what I'd love to do is find other producers and musicians on Twitch and do some kind of like collaborative thing. Like that would be really cool. A while ago, like this is like years ago, I had an idea for a like an interactive music production system where that was cooperative. So like one person was the host basically, and you have 5 different producers and wherever they are, like their remote areas, and remotely they could come into the session and like work virtually. So I'm not really sure how to explain it. Like I guess picture like a multiplayer game, like an online multiplayer game where there's different people all around the world in one lobby and they're all interacting in the game world. It's kind of the same thing where like there's different musicians all around the world making one piece of music together in one venue. And then a couple years later, I was like, I wonder if that's a thing. I wonder if I could actually make that. And somebody had already made it, so. I should record this before I forget how it goes. Oop, wrong string. Oh my god, I forgot how it went. I think that was it. That sounded kind of messy, though. I always mess that up. Cool. So I'm just gonna clip the ends off of that really quick. Get the mic back in there. I kind of like the way that drones out into like a... What note is that? That's kind of cool. Is that a B minor? I don't know what you're talking about, Twitch. That was just 3 random chords. Certainly not a hit song. I'm gonna try to stop breathing into the mic. I really like the way that fades out into that B minor. That's pretty cool. Completely accidental, but still pretty cool. If I rearranged it so that the verse was in B minor, that would be such a wicked fade. So I'm gonna pan these a little left and right just to give it some space and see how it sounds in the mix. Alright, so I'm going to bring down the high end a little bit because it's a little sharp sounding and it gives it a little bit too much presence, and I want it to kind of be faded into the background a little bit more, so I'm going to pull down the presence in the amp sim a little bit as well. And basically all the presence is doing is kind of pushing it forward to the front of the track so it stands out more, you hear it more clearly. It gives it a little bit of boost in the high end, in the treble end. So I'm going to pull that back and kind of rein it in. I might take some finagling, and I should do it without the headphones too. So maybe what I'll do after this is come back and add a little bit of a lighter solo because there's still a little bit of the intro left. That first part here only covers half the intro. And, oh wait, no. Okay, Now I have to start being careful. I actually should add the vocals back in because I almost recorded over the vocals, and that would not have been. The second half of the intro is for them both arguing at the beginning. So let's just take it through from the beginning. You know what? Actually, what I want to do too. Hello? That's coming through the mic. The mic input. Hello. Wait, what was that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward was like trapped in like purgatory? Oh, the future episode, I think, where we went to like the wrong dimension. Hello. Squidward. Okay. Serious time. What I want to do is have a guitar riff that mirrors this intro. Except there's two different kind of, I hear two different distinct melodies in that one passage. So let me try to see what I can do. I'm hearing two different things here. So first I'm hearing oh, is it just the one?
Dark Viper.
Okay, so yeah, it's just the... So there's like a bass or a rhythm section that's doing... a little bit out of tune. I feel like this tuner isn't really meant to tune an 8-string. What would happen if a gamma ray burst hit a black hole? It's a very good question, YouTube. I'm not sure. So this is the rhythm section. Let me scoot back up. And then the more obvious part. Is that what that is? Okay. Okay, so that's that. What I want to do is add some reverb into that, so it kind of... Oh wait, what is it doing in the main? So there's a little bit of... I feel like there's a little bit of delay in there. What I'm actually going to do is add in this groove delay, which kind of gives it a little bit of like a funky beat. Maybe that one, but with like a lot less mix. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, that's all I get? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's all right. Oops. And then throw in some reverb on there as well. You know what? Fine, I'll make my own reverb. I'm not sure I like the way that reverb sounds. Okay, so let's just try to mimic this. Right in the last section, I messed it up. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do something about the way the regular intro fades out so dynamically, and then you just have the guitar continuing on in the background. So I'll probably just fade it out like by volume. Wait, that's not in tune, but the tuner can't get it in tune. No, it doesn't matter, I was using the wrong notes anyway. Okay, so I'll do this one a little bit higher up. kind of open it up as I go along. Okay, so that was kind of cool. I kind of switched it up there at the end, which I have a tendency to do, kind of go off script and, you know, just kind of ad-lib it, which doesn't always work out well, but I think in this case it's going to be okay. So I'm going to... My video editor and my music program have different controls as far as navigation, so I always get confused among the two of them.
Dark Viper.
It's really loud.
Voice critical.
All original content creators have just as much right to be in this space as anyone else. Reactors don't.
Of course you don't do that anymore and you can leave all the videos, but at one point you...
Actually, what I could do is... something like this.
Of course you don't do that anymore and you can leave all the videos, but at one point you
I
did
feel like
it
that'd be a good,
exact
I feel like that'd be a good segue between the two sections.
Of course you don't do that anymore and you can leave all the videos, but at one point you did engage in the exact same content that you're coming out so heavily against right now.
The common theme in this video is Charlie gonna be like, I'm not gonna show you where he said this, but I swear he said
Source,
it.
trust me, bro.
I'm gonna be like, I didn't say that. So Moist Critical has made a response video to something that people think is immoral with me somehow. I did write a 14-page script explaining why I don't like reactors and I think they're bad people. Charlie has made a response video to an unreleased YouTube video. My best response would be to just make...
I think that was kind of messy though, so I'm gonna listen to it again. Alright, so what I'm actually going to do here is duplicate this track and bring this second solo down. I'm going to lower the volume, but I'm also going to lower the gain so it's not as gritty, it's not as distorted. Because I want it to be a little bit more in the background because the vocals are going to take priority here. That sounds a little bit better.
That you're coming out so heavily against right now.
You know, actually what I could do too is...
The common theme in this video is Charlie gonna be like, I'm not gonna...
I'm actually gonna bounce this so I don't... use my mic when I bounce. I'm actually gonna bounce this so I don't have extra plugins laying around. And I'm going to put a... oh, I can't pan it because it's mono. Fine, I'll pan it myself. How do you like them apples? I'm gonna pan it from left to right as it plays, just to give it some space.
Of course you don't do that anymore and you can leave all the videos, but at one point you did engage in the exact same content that you're coming out so heavily against right now.
The common theme in this video is Charlie gonna be like, I'm not gonna show you where he said this, but I swear he said
Source, trust me, bro.
I'm gonna be like, I didn't say that. So Moist Critical has made a response video to something that people think is immoral with me somehow. I did write a 14-page script explaining why I don't like reactors and I think they're bad people. Charlie has made a response video to an unreleased YouTube video. My best response would be to just make the video.
This sounds pretty
Because
good.
anyone who watched it would understand
really
all the things that
this.
Charlie didn't understand when he might have read the script. I'm not 100% sure. Reactors will frequently say they have the right to steal as much of a person's labor as they like until that person says no. If you work 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 weeks, 10 years, it doesn't matter. They have a right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper,
Maybe I
I know
can-
you watched my content.
I might be able to actually add this this section here into the hook. Do you think that would fit in the hook? We're gonna try it. I'm kind of nervous, but if it doesn't, we can do something in the same realm, with just different notes that fit the key.
They have a right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remember the day I stopped. I was watching and I was like, wait a second. This is just React content.
Nope.
No, it doesn't. I mean, maybe the first part of it, but overall, it doesn't.
Right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remember the day I stopped. I was watching and I was like, wait a second.
No, that doesn't. That doesn't really work. Because I want the focus to be on that change of key, and
All that
the
person
solos
says
now
no.
just kind of override
If you
it.
work 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 weeks, 10 years, it doesn't matter. They have a right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remember the day I stopped. I was watching and I was like, wait a second. This is just React content.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
If you were to disappear, everyone would be better off.
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that every reactor is doing it for financial gain and to fuck small channels. It's an outrageous claim, obviously. However, he does make legitimate points in the document. It's overshadowed by this unhinged rant that he goes on.
That sounds.
When I react to something, I'm constantly trying to either pause it and add something to it or interject comedy into it. I treat React content like Mystery Science Theater. Now, of course, not every time is going to be a hit, which is why you'll find plenty of videos where I'm reacting to something and I just got too engrossed in their storytelling and the way they presented it that I didn't add anything to it. So I ended up just kind of watching it with my community.
I'm gonna slip that in there because I think that's kind of cool.
If you were to disappear, everyone would be better off.
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that every reactor is doing it for financial gain and to fuck small channels. It's an outrageous claim, obviously. However, he does make legitimate points in the document.
I can't quite get that same rhythm down.
Everyone would be better off.
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that every reactor is doing it for financial gain and to fuck small channels. It's an outrageous claim, obviously. However, he does make legitimate points in the document. It's overshadowed by this unhinged rant that he goes on. When I react to something, I'm constantly trying to either pause it and add something to it or interject comedy into it. I treat React content like Mystery Science Theater. Now, of course, not every time is going to be...
I'm just gonna try that again.
Everyone would be better off.
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that...
I can't quite nail that. Oops. Can I? Where's my clean track here?
Everyone would be
Is
better
that really
off.
super loud?
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief...
Okay. Let's try it again.
If you were to disappear, everyone would be better off.
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that every reactor is doing it for financial gain and to fuck small channels. It's an outrageous claim, obviously. However, he does make legitimate points in the document. It's overshadowed by this unhinged rant that he goes on.
That's not really working. You love the sound? Which one? The 70s cop or the
Disappear, everyone would be better off.
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that every reactor is doing it for financial gain and to fuck small channels. It's an outrageous claim, obviously. However, he does make legitimate points in the document. It's overshadowed by this unhinged rant that he goes on. When I react to something, I'm constantly trying to either pause it and add something to it or interject comedy into it. I treat React content like Mystery Science Theater. Now, of course, not every time is going to be a hit, which is why you'll find plenty of videos where I'm reacting to something and I just got too engrossed in their storytelling and the way they presented
yeah,
it
that does sound like
that I
pretty
didn't add
gross.
anything to it. So I ended up just kind of watching it with my community. And yeah, I always feel guilty when something like that happens, but that's never the goal.
That is hilarious, because Mystery Science Theater actually asked for consent for every single movie that they used, and what they watched was like 40 years old! You're watching videos as they fresh off the presses without asking for consent. You are the furthest thing from Mystery Science Theater that could possibly exist. So not only do I really heavily attack that idea that anyone can transform a 6-month work by pausing it every once in a while and going, I think that's funny. I question a person's ability to feel guilt after doing something thousands of times and never changing their behavior. This is generally speaking why you let a person make a video first, Charlie.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remembered the day I stopped. I was watching and I was like, wait a second. This is just React content.
No, that's just blasting your ass with facts.
I'm just gonna try to take this slowly because I don't want to overwhelm the song with noise.
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that every reactor is doing it for financial gain and to fuck small channels. It's an outrageous claim, obviously. However, he does make legitimate points in the document. It's overshadowed by this unhinged rant that he goes on. When I react to something, I'm constantly trying to either pause it and add something to it or interject comedy into it. I treat React content like Mystery Science Theater.
That actually might be okay with just
Now,
those
of course,
two guitars
not every
and the
time
kit.
is going to be a hit, which is why you'll find plenty of videos where I'm reacting to something and I just got
Driver 4? Driver Parallel Lines? Yeah, I would like to play that again. I actually got that a little while back, Driver Parallel Lines, because it was like 99 cents or $1.99, and I thought it would be good to play on stream or make a playthrough video of. And so yeah, I think what I want to do
Movie that they used
for
and
his
what they
verse
watched was like 40 years old!
is maybe do some kind of something like I did here, like some kind of harmony or something.
Furthest thing from Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, I always feel guilty when something like that happens, but that's never the goal.
That is hilarious, because Mystery Science Theater actually asked for consent for every single movie that they used, and what they watched was like 40, and what they...
Yeah, I always feel guilty when something like that happens, but that's never the goal.
That is hilarious, because Mystery Science Theater actually asked for consent for every single movie that they used, and what they watched was like 40 years old!
I'm just gonna take it little bit by little bit so I don't forget how the song goes. Hope that's right.
And yeah, I always feel guilty when something like that happens, but that's never the goal.
That is hilarious, because Mystery Science Theater actually asked for consent for every single movie that they used, and what they watched was like...
That was close, but I messed it up a little bit.
Feel guilty when... And yeah, I always feel guilty when something like that happens, but that's never the goal.
That is hilarious, because Mystery Science Theater actually asked for consent for every single movie that they used, and what they watched was like 40 years old!
Okay. So that was cool. I'm gonna cut these chunks off. I think it's funny that both times I recorded this, I plucked the note to make sure I was on the right note, so that I didn't start playing the wrong note. And both of these tracks, I did it at the exact same time, right here and right here.
Happens, but that's never the goal.
I think that's really funny. I'm gonna keep that in there. Whoops. I'm just gonna mute it then.
That is hilarious, because Mystery Science Theater actually asked for consent for every single movie that they used, and what they watched was like 40 years old! You're watching videos as they fresh off the presses without asking for consent.
Not
You are
sure
the
really what
furthest thing
else I
from
want to
Mystery
do
Science
here.
Theater that could possibly exist. So not only do I really heavily attack that idea that anyone can transform a 6-month work by pausing it every once in a while and going,
I really don't want
I
to
think that's
overdo
funny.
it.
I question a person's ability to feel guilt after doing something thousands of times and never changing their behavior. This is generally speaking why you let a person make a video first, Charlie.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper...
Guilt after doing something thousands of times and never changing their behavior. This is generally speaking why you let a person make a video...
I'm gonna take the...
Make a video first, Charlie.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remembered the day I...
Did I even add anything to the hook? I didn't.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
I think what I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of like... something like that.
They have a right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remembered the day I
that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
Maybe just that beginning
For
part.
10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 weeks, 10 years, it doesn't matter. They have a right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remember the day I stopped. I was watching, I was like, wait a second. This is just react content.
I think that's good. I think that's the right harmony.
10 years, it doesn't matter. They have a right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remember
Nope, that's not right. Okay. I'm good.
they have a right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remember the day I stopped. I was watching, I was like, wait a second. This is just react content.
Can I add a third layer in there? I'm gonna try it. Not sure how well it's gonna work, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Marshall, and years, it doesn't matter. They have a right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remember the day I stopped. I was watching, I was like, wait a second.
I'm gonna hit that one more
Years,
time.
it doesn't
So I think I
matter.
messed that
They
up.
have a right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remember the day I stopped. I was watching, I was like, wait a second. This is just
Okay, that sounded pretty cool. I'm liking that. This is the kind of stuff I like doing where it's not really planned. It's just kind of all ad-libbed. So I'm going to cut these down to end at the same time. And then I'm going to just fade them out. Whoa, that one's got a funky curve. No, okay, that's fine.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remember the day I stopped. I was watching, I was like, wait a second. This is just react content.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
So this part here, the second part of the hook is going to be scratching.
Your ass with facts and logic.
I was watching, I was like, wait a second. This is just react content.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
So actually what
I
I'm
was
going to do...
watching, I was like, wait a second. This is just react content.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
So what I'm going to do is add a second harmony in here. And then I'm going to try to fade out slowly into the scratching section.
I was watching, I was like, wait a second. This is just react content.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
Okay, that's fair. And then the second solo. I think that would probably work.
I was watching, I was like, wait a second. This is just react content.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
No, not really.
I was watching, I was like, wait a second. This is just react content.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
That was a lot of notes, but I think it might work. No, I don't want to crossfade.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper,
I'm not sure how I feel about those. I think they'd be okay if I can mix them in a little bit better. But as it stands right now, I'm not really... I don't really feel like it fits 100%. But I'm still gonna... Oops, I think I messed that up. Still gonna copy them over to the next hook. Wait, what's up? Oh, yeah. Okay. Now this here was supposed to be another... Oh, this here... No, look here, son. This section right here was supposed to be another,
Of what I talked about in the scripts. If you someone's team reacting to a video that a guy spent 500 hours working on, and you've watched it for 10 minutes, the guy who made that video probably deserves that money a little bit more than you. Wouldn't you agree? The amount of effort that went into that content was mainly made by that other dude. But you keep all the money. And you pay in exposure. This logic doesn't track. Here's an idea for your revolutionary concept. How about you watch the video first? Critical, if you're so concerned about not reacting well enough to videos, how about you watch them off stream? And just make videos about them. And don't watch them live. Revolutionary concept.
So here was supposed to be an actual solo.
And don't watch them live. First. Critical, if you're so concerned about not reacting well enough to videos, how about you
My
watch
foot's
them
falling
off stream
asleep.
and just make videos about them. And don't watch them live. Revolutionary concept.
How about I get in the right key, though? I don't know, really. I want to do something like really sharp and like ripping.
How about you watch them off stream and just make videos about them and don't watch them live? Revolutionary concept.
Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remember
So I only have a little bit of time, so I have to kind of make it quick and concise. And also, too, I might actually not record it right now because I wanted to put it in the video as kind of like a green screen thing of like me, like in the background, just kind of like fading through. So I might actually save that and do it later, but I want to give it a shot to kind of get in the realm of like figuring out what I want to do.
And just make videos about them and don't watch them live. Revolutionary concept.
I really don't have any idea. I'll figure it out though.
How about you watch one time? And I remember the day I stopped.
I think I should probably stop the guitar there.
This is just react content.
Because I really don't want to overdo it with guitar. There's already so much here already.
What the hell, Charlie? I didn't have the highest opinion of you. But what the hell is this? Wow!
Wow. Can I still get to the video? I don't think I can because it's just audio at this point. Oh yeah, because I copied it to a new track, so no I can't. Alright, so I think that'll be the end of the guitar, so I'll go put that away real quick. Okay. Now we can look at it a little bit more objectively, with other instruments in mind.
Dark Viper. Moist
All original content creators have just as much right to be in this space as anyone else. Reactors don't.
So that solo, I definitely want to pull into the background a little bit more,
Don't do
I
that anymore, and
expressly
you deleted all the
outlined ins
videos.
and outs.
because it's kind of too in your face.
Reactors don't.
That's a little bit. I'll have to mess with that a little bit more.
Voice Critical has made a response video to something that
Off-stream,
people think is
when I use
involved with me
speakers.
somehow. I did write a 14-page script explaining why I don't like reactors and I think they're bad people. Charlie has made a response video to an unreleased YouTube video. My best response would be to just make the video. Because anyone who watched it would understand all the things that Charlie didn't understand when he might have read the script. I'm not 100% sure. Reactors will frequently say they have the right to steal as much of a person's labor as they like until that person says no. No. If you work 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 weeks, 10 years, it doesn't matter. They have a right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remembered the day I stopped. I was watching and I was like, wait a second. This is just React content.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
I'm not sure how I feel about that part. I feel like it needs one more. I feel like it's fine without the guitars,
They have a right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous.
and then the
Dark
guitars
Viper,
come in,
I know
and it's
you
almost
watched my
too
content
much
for a
at
long
once.
time.
And I remembered the day I stopped. I was watching and I was like, wait a second.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remembered the day I stopped. I was watching and I was like, wait a second. This is just React content.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
I feel like it needs some kind of pad, and I don't know what kind of sound I'm looking for. Let's go through the pads though. If that gets me content ID, I'm just gonna laugh. Who owns the rights to Mary Had a Little Lamb? I'm very curious about this. I kind of like this. I kind of like that. That's strange. Oh wow. That one's a weird too. This one sounds like Electric Light Orchestra. Yeah, this is definitely the one. That's definitely going in there.
Dark Viper. Voice control.
Like, just sharp stabs of that.
All original content creators have just as much right to be in this space as anyone else. Reactors don't.
Alright. Oh, I hit the major instead. Alright, gonna do that again.
Reactors don't.
Of course you don't do that anymore, and you deleted all the videos, but at one point you did engage in the exact same...
It's kinda cool. I dig it.
Don't.
Can I pan it a little bit?
Of course you don't do that anymore, and you deleted all the videos, but at one point you did engage in the exact same content that you're coming out so heavily against.
Like, I didn't say that. So Moist Critical has made a response video to something that
So now we have good contrast, like what I was talking about earlier, where in the intro, in this section right here, we have the main guitars, then we have this harmony guitar, we have this second solo here, the kind of rhythm section, and then now we also have this pad in the background. Oh, what? That actually sounded like it hit wrong notes. It did hit wrong notes. No, maybe it didn't. No, maybe it didn't.
don't.
Yeah, it's kind of like an odd triplet, like a third. How do you say that? Like a triplet? Yeah, I guess so. It's not right on the beat. It's kind of off. It's kind of swing off the beat. So yeah, we have two main guitars, two secondary guitars, and a pad. Then it goes down to
Like, I didn't say that. So Moist Critical has made a response
just one
video to
guitar
something that
and
people
the
think is immoral.
drums. So it's going from 5 or 6 different sounds to one sound, which is creating a large contrast, which is creating a feeling of movement from one section of the song into the next, which is going to make the song more dynamic.
I did write a 14-page script explaining
Well, I wanna
why
add
I
this
don't
pad
like
back
the
into
actors,
the
and I
hook,
think
too.
they're bad. Much of a person's labor as they like until that person says no. If you work 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 weeks,
Except it's gonna
10
be a
years,
different key, so
doesn't
I gotta
matter.
figure out where
They
the
have
key
a
is.
right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous.
So I think that's actually it right there.
10 years, it doesn't matter. They have a right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remembered the day I stopped. I was watching and I was like, wait a second. This is just React content.
I wish I could find that note, but that is there.
This is just... This is just React content. This is just React content.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
Actually, I want to make that follow the guitar.
This is just React content.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
No, my track, my precious track. That's fair. Cool. I think what I'm going to do is just extend this note. There's kind of a click when you hit a new note. So if I can refrain from hitting as many new notes as possible, then I'll reduce that clicking. What I could do too is pull an EQ out, which I might do. So I want to try to find where that click is to see if I can filter it out. But actually it might be in a different spot depending on each note. Appears to be somewhere around here. I can't really filter it out without filtering out the whole... without filtering out a lot more of the note.
Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remembered the day I stopped. I was watching and I was like, wait a second. This is just React content.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
I'm not really sure if that fits, honestly. I feel like it could, but I feel like it needs a little bit more work. For now, I'm going to repeat it on the last hooks, though.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remember. If you were to disappear, everyone would be better off.
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that every reactor is doing it for financial gain and
I forgot oh, what am I talking about? That's not gonna be him. Forgot to say minor language warning.
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that every reactor is doing it for financial gain and to fuck small channels. It's an outrageous claim, obviously. However, he does...
I think what I want to do here is instead of making them stabs, I want to just make it one chord.
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that every reactor is doing it for financial...
So I'm gonna make it just kind of a little bit more theatrical.
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that every reactor is doing it for financial gain and to fuck small channels. It's an outrageous claim, obviously. However, he does make legitimate points in the document. It's overshadowed by this unhinged rant that he goes. It's overshadowed by this unhinged...
Okay, let's listen to that again.
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that every reactor is doing it for financial gain and to fuck small channels. It's an outrageous claim.
I actually really
However,
like this beat.
He does make legitimate points in the document. It's overshadowed by this unhinged rant that he goes on. When I react to something, I'm constantly trying to either pause it and add something to it or interject comedy into it. I treat React content like Mystery Science Theater. Now, of course, not every time is going to be a hit, which is why you'll find plenty of videos where I'm reacting to something and I just got too engrossed in their storytelling and the way they presented it that I didn't add anything to it. So I ended up just kind of watching it with my community. And yeah, I always feel guilty when something like that happens, but that's never the goal.
That is hilarious, because Mystery Science Theater actually asked for consent for every single movie that they used, and what they watched was like 40 years old! You're watching videos as they fresh off the presses without asking for consent. You are the furthest thing from Mystery Science Theater that could possibly exist. So not only do I really heavily attack that idea that
Facts and logic.
It's kind of cool.
entirely misses the point. Entirely. It's not even in the domain of what I talked about in the script.
The bridge I'm gonna keep pretty sparse because that's gonna kind of be like a. It's gonna kind of be like a climax where. Like a turning point, sort of, and I don't really want a lot to distract from the vocals because I kind of want it to be like. I'm not really sure.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and logic.
Entirely misses the point. Entirely. It's not even.
In fact, what I think I'm gonna do to drown it down a little bit more is take out some of these snares and maybe mess with the drum pattern a little bit.
Entirely misses the point. Entirely. It's not even in the domain of what I talked about in the scripts. If you someone stream reacting to a video that a guy spent
Maybe. We'll see how this sounds.
entirely misses the point. Entirely. It's not even in the domain of what I talked about in the scripts. If you someone stream reacting to a video that a guy spent 500 hours working on, and you've watched it for 10 minutes, the guy who made that video probably deserves that money a little bit more than you. Wouldn't you agree? The amount of effort that went into that content was mainly made by that other dude. But you keep all the money, and you pay in exposure. This logic doesn't track. Here's an idea for your revolutionary concept. How about you watch the video first? Critical, if you're so concerned about not reacting well enough to videos, how about you watch them off stream and just make videos about them and don't watch them live? Revolutionary concept.
So this is gonna be the. Oh wait, no, I can't use that there because that's the mirroring the chorus, so I'm gonna have to use this one.
Don't watch them live. Revolutionary concept.
I think what I'll do though is bring those chords down. Because I don't want them to just be playing constantly. I want them to be a little bit more in the background. So I will draw them back.
Revolutionary concept.
And I'll do it like I did with the last one where I'll kind of make a little stab right before the next chord.
Disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remember the day I
I think that sounds pretty cool so far. So let's rip through it one more time.
Dark Viper. Moist
all original content creators have just as much right to be in this space as anyone else. Reactors don't.
don't
I
do that anymore, and you
expressly
deleted all
outlined
the
in
videos, but at one
detail
point
why
you
that
did
is not
engage in
the
the
case.
exact same
But even
content
if
that
that
you're
was
coming out
true,
so
all it
heavily
would do is
against
make
right
me a
now.
hypocrite. The common theme in this video is Charlie gonna be like, I'm not gonna show you where he said this, but I swear he said it.
Source, trust me, bro.
I'm gonna be like, I didn't say that. So Moist Critical has made a response video to something that people think is immoral with me somehow. I did write a 14-page script explaining why I don't like reactors and I think they're bad people. Charlie has made a response video to an unreleased YouTube video. My best response would be to just make the video. Because anyone who watched it would understand all the things that Charlie didn't understand when he might have read the script, I'm not 100% sure. Reactors will frequently say they have the right to do as much of a person's labor as they like until that person says no. If you work 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 weeks, 10 years, it doesn't matter, they have a right to your content.
It's just so disingenuous. And Dark Viper, I know you watched my content for a long time.
And I remembered the day I stopped. I was watching, I was like, wait a second. This is just React content.
Nope, that's just blasting your ass with facts and
I
logic.
really like that harmony guitar right there. So this part's gonna be the DJ scratch for the second part of the hook. I just thought that'd be cool to try out. It might not make it in if I can't get a good
If
one,
you were
but
to disappear,
I think I can do it.
everyone would be better off.
Dark Viper's entire document here is about this belief that every reactor is doing it for financial gain and to fuck small channels. It's an outrageous claim, obviously. However, he does make legitimate points in the document. It's overshadowed by this unhinged rant that he goes on. When I react to something, I'm constantly trying to either pause it.
Yeah, alright, I think that's fair. So I'm not sure what I want to do, if I want to wait and continue it. Wait, what's today? Tuesday? Okay. Yeah, I can continue it tomorrow on stream, because I do want to get this video done because I've put so much into it and I'm excited to see the finished product, not because I'm trying to rush. But I will work on it more tomorrow on stream, and then I'll go through it off stream with the monitors and make sure it's mixed to my liking, and then I'll be done. That's got to be almost 20 hours into this video now, which I'm kind of excited about. Okay, ready to beat another 6 hours now. Okay, so thank you guys for being here, whether you're watching live from Twitch or from the future and Reddit. I mean, YouTube. Hope the future's bright, and hope you guys had a good week, and hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much, and goodbye.